Breaking news has just happened in the NBA because Cam Thomas has agreed to move to the Milwaukee Bucks. Obviously, the Brooklyn Nets waived Cam Thomas, making him a free agent. And Milwaukee, they have found an opportunity and have got Cam Thomas. And in my opinion, this is a low risk, high reward type of signing because Cam Thomas's value around the league is not great right now. But we all know that Cam Thomas, he is a prolific scorer. No matter what you want to say about the guy, you could label him selfish, you could label him as a bad defender, but he can be an elite scorer. He's averaged over 20 points per game in the NBA. I think one season he averaged around 24 points per game. There was a crazy stretch where he dropped 40 points like 3 games in a row. It was absolutely ridiculous to see. And he's learned from the greatest scorers of all time, like Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, James Harden. So I'm very excited to see how he fares at the Milwaukee Bucks. And in terms of the fit with the Milwaukee Bucks, I actually kind of like this because Milwaukee, obviously, they won the championship in 2021, and their formula to success was having Giannis as the number one option, having Chris Middleton as the number two option, but also the clutch player who takes over in games, takes a difficult shot, a tough shot maker, and then you have Drew Holiday as a defender. And I feel like this Milwaukee Bucks team, obviously, it's not as good as the big three that won the championship, but you can kind of make similar roles in this team. Obviously, Giannis is still on the team as the number one option. Cam Thomas can be that second option who can be the tough shot maker, can take over in the clutch. And then Ryan Rollins can be the defensive presence that Drew Holiday was. And also, Ryan Rollins can get buckets for himself as well. So, in my opinion, they're trying to copy their previous formula of success, but obviously, it's not as good as their previous big three that won the championship. But for me, the most intriguing question is what are the Milwaukee Bucks going to do with their guards? Because their guard depth looks ridiculous right now. They've got Ryan Rollins, who's playing at a high level, Kevin Porter Jr., who's playing at a really good level as well, and Cam Thomas, who can play at an all-star level. And it's going to be very interesting to see how the Milwaukee Bucks are going to use all three of their guards for the rest of the season. But there's also other questions to be raised. Does the introduction of Cam Thomas mean that one of the other two guards are going to be traded in Ryan Rollins and KPJ? I'm not too sure, but I think the Milwaukee Bucks have done a good job of rejuvenating their roster. Previously, they were a very aging roster. They didn't really have too much young talent to look to. But right now, they got Kevin Porter Jr., who's a young guard, Ryan Rollins, a very young guard once again, and Cam Thomas, who's only 24 years old. So Milwaukee, they've found a way to make their future look a lot more brighter compared to previously. So the front office has done a good job on that aspect.